just it doesn't go. Huh? What chat? Well, I'm gonna have to turn on your YouTube channel to see that, right? Me too. I learned from my buddy John how to do it right, though. I'm not worried about it. I can see both windows. I didn't. I didn't know how to do that shit a month ago. I'm fucking pathetic on these things, dude. You already figured that out, though, didn't you? We're all gonna fucking die. Are you online? Oh, we are. I see. I see now.
Now, how about there you go? That should take care of my mic for everyone else.
Well, let me get you thrown up over here. There you are. I see you too. Me, just this. Oh, oh.
Now, how about there you go? That should take care of my mic for everyone else. So what's up, everybody? We are just getting links out for everyone.
Give everybody a fish fart.
What's up, everybody? We are getting links out. So what's up, everybody?
Oh, I should probably share.
We are just getting links out. There.
I got both our ugly heads in that thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, bear with us, everybody. We are just getting everything ironed out. Yeah, okay, just close it. Let's see, gotta put a link here.
Hi, everybody. Are you putting a link?
I actually made this to try to make it as the some kind of thumbnail, but I didn't see anywhere I could put it. I might still be able to. I knew I could change like the name of the stream and stuff.
All right, June.
So is everyone hearing us okay?
Hey, Shonka.
There you go. Here, I'll display it this way. Let's see. There was a. Oh, well, shoot. Oh. Okay, so how's everybody's Sunday so far? Audio's good, they say. Good, glad we got it resolved. Let's untangle my cords. That's right, I remember I don't have to wear these. I can do this.
Y'all know it wouldn't be me if I didn't tell you there's a better show going on right fucking there right now.
Oh yeah, let's go check it out.
Oh my god. She's pushing good, and they're pushing good behind. Got some good definition going on.
Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, that's my chat. Sorry, gotta remember to keep you in here now.
Like she's burning off some of that chart.
There we go. Ooh. Yeah, you got me. You caught me.
I told you.
Damn, look how that just explodes.
Hey, Cat, this how you doing? The Quark, the Beth, the Assassin, what's up, Loki? Everybody else? Paula? Debbie?
Yeah, a lot of pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got 34 viewers in here. Holy cow.
So what are we going to talk about?
Well, I guess, I mean, it's just going to be a Q&A for everyone.
Q&A, huh? Oh, shit.
Everyone likes talking, like hearing us talk, so.
Just put me in the spotlight. Hang on.
Well, I won't.
All right, ask me anything.
Yeah. I got to use this new camera somehow. It was a little cheap.
Does it pick up shit at night?
No, it's like it's a China copycat of a Logitech. Just like a webcam.
My sky was so pink last night. I took it out on the live show and it was showing up pink. I was like, damn. My camera's a piece of shit.
Oh, we got Daniel off the chain.
Off the chain.
Yeah. He's got a great little channel going on. So what's up with Shepard? He hasn't been live yet since.
He's been going through some technical difficulties. He's got the movie done.
Oh, cool.
Well, you knew that. I mean, you and I went live there his last show.
Yeah.
Then he started having technical problems again.
Mm.
But he's doing okay. I checked on him Friday. Asked him if he was doing all right. How long we got?
Yeah, I was gonna say as long as
it began 10 years ago.
Oh, how long we got? Got it. I took it as how long we have you on the show, but I took that as how long we have you on the show, but I got it.
Yeah, no, I don't know how long we got. As far as that goes, either. That's up to John.
Oh, and, yeah, the stream. But I think
Cherenkov radiation. You know, we might lose each other at some point. For fuck's sake, have you looked at this wall lately?
Yeah, I got it.
Experiencing lag?
Remarkably, no.
Yeah, me either. That I know of, I can't tell if I am. I've got a few pages open. I'm monitoring my people. There seems to be activity going on the Quake map too.
Ships or sun?
We just got a little ding and then an offset ding. We've been having like 2 dings at a time, which is a little abnormal. I new things every day.
Yeah, Daniel. Oh shoot, let me. We've been sitting here looking at it. Well, I only have 100 frames going.
Yeah, I've only got a few. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? Happy Sunday, Susan.
Yep. Are you looking at my screen?
At your screen?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to show you something.
John, to be honest with you, I was looking for Susan.
Oh.
Okay. Copy of raw map because she says she's a visitor. I think she should know what the hell we're talking about. What do you think?
Go for it.
Here you go, Susan. Let's see if this works here.
Yep.
Now, that right there is probably the best 15-minute gift anybody's ever given you. If it works, I'm gonna make sure it works.
Works
yeah,
for me.
It does. Worked for me. We've discovered some amazing stuff over the last 1.5, 2 years, and that's the beginning of it. And that's what we're here to chat about. So catch up, and we'll be here. Yep, raw motherfucking mapped. You know it. That is one hell of an eye-opener.
June clarified he or she is looking for clarification how long before the shit hits the fan, but
yeah, I know.
We'll all find out together. It's
already hit the fan for quite a few people, June, and I mean we got 2-foot corn from Denver to Dallas. I got to say we're pretty well into the shit hitting the fan.
10 years in.
Yeah, we're 10 years in. Tribulations is supposed to last 10 years from the beginning of the tilting of the planet. And I noticed in October 2010. That would put us at the end of tribulation. Welcome to the quickening.
Yeah.
What can I say? Things are getting more and more exciting every day. It is definitely hitting the fan. Hi, Glenn. I mean, have you looked at the quake map? And the helioplots all week? I don't know.
Let's see. The link was posted above last night at noon. If you go up and you look above for ISWA, it's the very first link in the chat. That's where you go.
Yeah, I just gave it a little bit ago.
Yeah, but I tried giving them my link to my little take them right to it, but the link is too
Oh,
long.
I put one up in chat too. If you
Yeah, yeah,
can't
that's the
find
one
it,
I'm trying to get them to look at. That'll bring you to this page.
I've got raw mapped on my clipboard now. I ain't going back to the ISWA for another 20 minutes or so.
So you're gonna end up on this page, and then you click on heliosphere, and uh, this one is
Well, you've got something
heliosphere,
going on
inner
the screen.
planets, density, Earth field line
Oh shit,
connectivity. So,
that's that all seeing eye shit going on there.
well, I wanted to
Yeah.
show you right here. If you're looking,
Motherfucking little.
it this is supposed to be depicted straight here, and yet for the last few weeks it's been curved out. I mean, it should be just straight curved here, but it's all the way up some crazy direction. And here we're looking at S curves.
I see that.
It should be
Wonder
straight.
why.
Well, the
You
magnetic.
don't think there's multiple influences on that, do you?
No, there
I
couldn't
mean, look
be.
at this coming in over here in the middle, dude. That's fucking. What is that? What is that? What is this? And look right here. Look right there. It's moving backwards, dude.
Yeah.
Over here on your right side. Explain that to me, Tom.
I just know based on observation that, you know, 6 months ago, this current sheath was always straight pretty much.
Yeah, it wasn't looking like that, was it, John?
And
It looks
now,
like there might be another influence behind us, possibly.
well,
I don't.
behind us would be over here, the way it looks. Would be
Now,
up
why you
here.
got a higher charge further away from the sun than you do closer to what's going on?
And they'll higher charge will build.
And
Build.
Lil just doesn't know. He looks
Well,
confused.
they show it, but we just don't understand it. You'll see charges build
I think
out
I
here.
understand it.
Yeah.
I think we got some raw wind interfering with our normal solar, and it looks like it's interacting right behind us.
Yeah, see, Nicholas, we were talking about, well, a lot of people, they'll talk about planetary alignments. They'll say straight line, like these straight lines on this heliosphere model. But if you look in the 3D IMF lines that are coming off the sun, they're curved.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a planetary alignment until the curved IMF lines all connect everything. So if you have a planet here and a planet here, you don't have an alignment. The planet has to be here and here.
Yeah.
Because the sun's
Oh,
spinning. The reason why it is because the sun's spinning and it's ejecting its solar wind, like, as a curve.
kind of like, that model that I got on my page there.
Yeah.
They're trapped in the void, and the center is turning all the planets.
Yep.
That's how it worked. That's how they built the pyramid. That's how they built Coral Castle. They trapped all those little blocks in the fucking void and moved them. Simple as that. Opposing magnets. Bam, bam. You got yourself a fucking building. You can make it with rocks. Can I engineer something like that? Yeah, maybe. If I had the parts. IDK. But I could definitely draw those fucking plans up. Wait a minute, I don't even have to draw them up. There's a working model on my page. Little handheld magnets,
Mm-hmm.
man. All you gotta fucking do. Probably move two at a time. Lock it into the wood. Now I need to have to tear the void apart.
The box is showing really well.
On this wall, yeah. A little bit of pressure. It looks like it was backing off last time I checked.
Now, for those that are new, this is right here is where the satellites are. You see the symbols in geosync orbit, and they're on all the models that we look at least. So
Hot to
there's
cow farts
we're
today, yes.
we're looking down on the planet at the North Pole. Sun side, dark side. All right, so I haven't seen any more questions pop up yet.
That's because you already answered them all in previous videos. I like that
All right,
squared.
we got one.
Uh-oh, we got a question? Let me scroll down here and look.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Johnny Cash. Can Jupiter and Saturn actually be less than from here to the moon's distance and not fuck each other up in December, huh?
Hmm?
Less than
Probably
from
not.
here?
They'd fuck us up. We've got planets behind us that aren't attached to our sun. They're attached to the blue sun that we're now obviously attached to also. Um, I mean, have you seen Orion move in the sky since last spring, bro?
Me? Oh.
Yeah. Have you seen him fucking move, progress on his orbit anywhere? He's
Yeah.
rising exactly where he fucking used to. All fucking
All
summer.
summer he was on the left side of this neighboring house, and now he's on the right side.
Okay, so he's moved a little
At
bit.
5 a.m.
I've seen him moving like this every now and again. But I mean, he hasn't moved progressively in his orbit, is what I'm saying. He hasn't gotten any closer to the sun or any further to the sun, really. He's coming up about the same time. Yeah, granted, we're rocking back and forth. We see that in the sun, so we're going to see it in Orion. But he's coming up relatively in the same spot in the same time, is what I'm saying. He shouldn't be. He should be coming up closer or to the sun, coming around, well, in the
Not
wintertime.
wintertime. We're on the
Well, he
same
should be
side.
moving further from the sun up until the solstice. Then he should be heading back towards the sun again. But if he's moving off to the right, he's moving closer to the sun, John. That's what I'm saying. He's not rising right, dude. Still. So I let everybody know yesterday. I don't know if you were there or not, but remember last spring when I was telling you we're watching Orion, we were talking about it all through the summer. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sharing with you why I'm talking about it now, because I've noticed that it's not progressing. It should be getting further from the sun, and it's exactly what you said.
Well,
In the winter, it gets further from the sun, and then we go around the other end. It gets closer to the sun after December.
it doesn't move. We do.
Well, our perspective.
Right.
I know that, but how else do you explain that? I'm just saying it should look like it's getting closer or further from the sun, and it's doing the exact opposite. It's moving off to the right. What you just said, it was off to the left, now it's off to the right, and that is, I believe, wobble. I don't believe he's actually moved closer to the sun. I don't think we moved backwards in our orbit. I think that's just due to the wobble because the sun is moving further to the south too than it was this spring.
Well, to me, in its orbit, where in our orbit, it's where it should be farther away from where the sun rises, and that's what I'm seeing.
It shouldn't be moving west, is what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm seeing. It's moving west.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, John. I know. It shouldn't be moving west because it's closer to the sunset, and that is not where you need to be.
Yes,
we should be rolling around where it's pulling away from the sunset
Well, we should be moving towards it, so
And
yeah, it
in the
seems
spring,
right to
it's going to
me.
be moving closer to the sunrise. It should be rolling
Right,
around like this as we roll around.
right, and that's what it's
Is what I'm
that's
saying.
what it's
And it's
doing.
moving with the sun. Actually, I don't think we're moving at all. No.
According, well, Orion moved, so we had to have moved.
Well, we rotate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it went because my judgment is at 5 a.m. when I go out, even on the weekends now, because I take my daughter to work. She doesn't have a license yet.
Well, Orion's keeping up with the sun tilt. Is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's moving as much as the sun did to the south and the west at rise compared to the spring.
I'm trying to
Looking
picture
at
all
it
that.
facing east, they've moved off to the right. Both of them have.
Orion definitely has.
Well, so is the sun. It's rising over here now, where it was rising on this side, shining in that side. Now it's shining right in my fucking eyeball. So I know that motherfucker's moved too, is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
since the spring and through the summer. But Orion, it seems to be moving in tandem with the sun, is what I'm saying. The whole sky.
All right. So Virginia asked, "Would comets?"
Anyway, keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
Is what I'm
definitely.
saying. Keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens because it's acting oddly, bro. You know,
Well, yeah.
I'm just bringing that to the forefront instead of keeping it in my pocket.
Well, we'll find out this summer again.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna what fuck? We're gonna find out here probably this month what it's gonna do. Everybody looking at it. If it keeps moving off to the right, something's fucking wrong, dude. You know?
Yeah. All right. So Virginia asked, "Would comets coming near us affect this to where we could see it on Iswa?" And I'd say no. Maybe a very very large field of them might, but not just a
Yeah,
small
this is
amount.
within lunar distance. ISWAP is within lunar distance. Um, you can go out outside at night and see these objects blocking your sky. I had somebody last night tell me I was scamming somebody by telling them you can go out and look at something and they can look at their own eyes. I'm telling you, go look with your own fucking eyes. It's up there. And you'll go out, get outside your light though. Everybody's got you looking at the sun. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to blind yourself to see these things. They are right freaking behind us and they are huge. And you
Hmm.
go outside and you look. You look to the north. I can see them inside my light dome when I got a nice clear sky. But I don't have much of a light dome. I live in a 6,000 person town. I
Um,
wouldn't sit here and say this shit if you couldn't go out and look at it. I don't think John would let me sit here and say that if he hadn't seen it himself. These things are hiding stars in the sky and they're big and they're right behind us. They've been there for a while now.
let's see what else. We have another one. Yeah. Last night at noon, you're on the right page. Magnetosphere page 8 and 9. You'll find three of these models, and then Heliosphere tab. You'll find the other one, the Enlil model. This one here. You have to choose. There's a bunch of them, so you have to decide what you want to look at.
Now the sun's out of place, Johnny. It's off. The whole sky's off. Look, at night, I don't know what anybody else is seeing, but I'll tell you this much: I can't find my dipper until about 1 o'clock in the morning, when the damn bucket is rising up over the horizon, and I should see that and Polaris in my sky at all times, but I'm not. And I should see that the bucket up at sunset, according to the chart, and I'm not seeing it till about 1 o'clock in the freaking morning. By 2, it's full riz in the sky. It takes till 2 o'clock in the morning for it to actually rise fully in the sky. And that damn Big Dipper is supposed to be pointing at Polaris, always. I know it hasn't changed. I look at the Big Dipper and I'm like, well, there's Polaris, but where the fuck has it been all night?
I have noticed
You
it's
know?
getting low. It's still, when I look at it in the evening, it's fall position. It's down low, but it's getting to the point where, yeah, the bottom of the cup is kind of hidden in the horizon where before it was higher.
See, and it shouldn't, I can't see, you're a lot higher north than I am, so you're going to get a better view of it. But imagine me being all the way down. I can't see the Dipper at all. I've went around my neighbor's house now because I was telling you it's sitting behind my neighbor's house and I can't see it. Well, fuck, man. It's not my neighbor's house. It's the horizon. It's gone. I can't see the Big Dipper at night. It's weird. I couldn't get a fucking bearing on anything if I tried.
You were 67 viewers. That's top numbers for me and you.
Hey, hey.
68. Shocking. It's great. It's great. That means more people are
Or
the information.
Anyway, huh?
Yeah. The
I
tides
should hope
are
so.
changing.
I mean, this is getting kind of late in the show.
Yeah.
It's been going on. The show's getting really good. I'd hate to think people are actually missing it at this point. It's kind of noticeable. There's something going on.
Yes, Paul. RE is Earth radius, 3,963 miles. So
Yeah,
the
it's
number
no
on the
distance at
scale.
all.
So if you're looking right here, RE is Earth radii. It's, like I said, you can look it up, 3,963. So if you want to measure back to an object, you just take that number and multiply it by the number on the scale. It's not a negative thing. It's just 3,963 times whatever the number. That's your miles back.
That's how many miles away it is. They're within really freaking close distance. Some of these objects.
Yeah, we in the group we captured an IMF right here, right underneath the field lines. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, Johnny, it doesn't have much of an arc anymore. It just goes up in the south and kind of sets in the south, man.
Let's see. There it is right there. It's a nice little IMF right hidden. So you're looking at just outside geosync orbit.
Yeah.
So that's at 10, so only about, 39,000 miles out.
I had this guy telling me last night over on Shep's page on that one that you and I did. So, some fucking troll over there. He was like 5 months old, didn't have one sub or no content, nothing. He's talking about, I've got thousands of hours of time lapse of the moon and never flipping. I'm like, you don't have a fucking shred of evidence on your page. I said, but I've got thousands of people over here that have seen it, have videotaped it. We got fucking evidence coming out our ears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I broke down. I was trying to be polite, but I ended up not being very polite.
What are you going to do?
He came back at me wrong, and I didn't give a fuck whose page I was on. I was going to let him know who's the fuck started.
That big brown cat is on the stairs.
Oh, you're right back. I'm going to get something to drink.
All right, bro. I'll try to hold down the fort. Actually, I'm going to smoke pot. Yeah, they're trying to keep it. Oh, wow. Yeah, last night there was an incident in my town. Right before I went live, I was hanging out, smoking. I went out. to look, and the whole sky was clouded over. It's been clear all day, and it fucking big flashing. It sounded like electrical, like zap, 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 going on, and really loud. And this whole fucking sky was flashing, and you could tell it was coming from above clouds.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't lightning, dude. It wasn't fucking thunder or nothing. But the whole fucking sky was flashing and sounding crazy loud. It was so loud. All the neighbors came out of their houses and were looking at the sky because the fucking lights had gone off for maybe 5 seconds and then came back on as the flashing stopped. And then next thing you know, all my neighbors are out in the front yard. And I'm standing there, and then they looked at each other, and then looked at me, and looked at each other like, "Oh fuck, we look like the crazy guy out of my yard."
We accepted that a long time ago.
That was fucking awesome, man. Yeah, it just happened last night with the power going off and shit, and big loud pops going off in the sky, dude. It wasn't the lightning show. It was something different. I don't know what the fuck it was. I couldn't see it.
Maybe a
But,
transformer
it was
was
loud
going.
enough to draw my fucking neighborhood out, and there wasn't no thunder.
Oh,
It was just
interesting.
really weird electrical popping sounds and shit.
Sounds like a grid problem.
Hmm?
Sounds like a grid problem, electrical grid problem.
Well, it definitely was for about 5 seconds. It went off, and as the flashing stopped, it came back on. But the clouds were getting lit from above, and they were pink as fuck last night. I picked it up on my camera, pink, and this thing don't pick up anything.
Well, that
At
your
night.
your camera is way better than what you had on the last laptop. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is. I beat this one up already.
Yeah, and yes, Virginia, the Earth is on its side.
Lens, I decided to leave that on there.
Yeah, Virginia, the Earth is on its side. It's been
Yep.
that way for 10 years.
For 10 years, yep. Don't get too excited.
So she was just saying, "Oh yeah, I heard that too." I'm like, oh, "Yeah."
Check out them working out. I point everybody to my third video. It answers that really clear. I don't do that because it's got a donate button on it.
Hello, Rachel. We're at 72 viewers. Woohoo!
I stopped doing videos on Angry Catfish. Last night was an accident. I ended up there accidentally this morning yelling at people, telling them they wasn't allowed on my other
Catfish Corner,
channel.
yeah. Way to go. Did you try
The
setting
reason
up?
I don't do it is because motherfuckers need to go to that third fucking video and watch all of them. And I'm seeing some of the most important information sit there with 200 or 300 views on it. I can tell that people are just sitting around waiting on my updates. They ain't none coming unless there was an accident. I don't know how to get you into my. And Screenomatic, man, I can't change the damn thing. I've tried. You told me to go in there, and it doesn't give me the option to pull out of that YouTube thing. So I'm in the habit of hitting that YouTube button instead of the MP4. And every time I hit that damn thing, it shows up on my other page. I'm like,
Yeah, because Screenomatic is configured to your Angry Catfish. So I thought if you set up a separate, like you just went to Screenomatic.com and not your usual link, and then you create a new bookmark, a totally separate bookmark, and then you log in with Catfish Corner on that one.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd have two then. Okay.
Hey, Rick.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you, John.
So yeah, so you just go to like, you have your usual, and then you go, what is it, Screenomatic, I don't know what it is, .com.
Who hit the thumbs down by mistake? Don't worry, it probably wasn't a mistake. I have fans too, not just John. Mine showed up.
Well,
I
Yellowstone
got
is
one vote.
79 viewers. We may hit 80. Holy cow. 8 hours. 8 hours and Yellowstone is quiet.
Yeah, it was either Loki or Dazzle, one of the two.
No, Dazzle's blocked on my channel. He can't. Well, he could still thumbs down a blocked person. That's true. They could. I don't really care.
I blocked 3 of his fucking accounts on my other account.
Thumbs down aren't negative towards us anyways. It's counted as a positive response. So it doesn't hurt anything. From my understanding. Let's go look for hot spots. We need natural color fire localized. There was some earlier. We gotta hit 200 frames. It's so small, I don't know if they're gonna show up. What else? See, let's try shortwave. Waiting on the page to load.
Mom just started slacking off on the heat a minute ago. Along that way.
Looks like some
may see an uptick in magnitude.
Some in southern Canada, north of state of Washington, had a couple hot spots right now.
What are you looking at? Oh.
Call of Duty page.
These ones.
It's Go satellite.
Yeah.
Sure.
I never look at the visuals. I like magnets.
Well, it's looking for hot spots in the earth.
Yeah.
Fires and stuff. So you got volcanic activity that show up here. Or heat underground.
Or heat underground, yeah. Oh.
Let's see. I haven't seen any questions come up lately. Well, thanks, Susan. That's pretty quiet. A couple. The crazy thing is we never saw them here in the New Madrid seismic zone, and now we are. So those signatures have been slowly progressing.
But we're seeing them up in Connecticut.
I haven't personally seen them past Georgia yet.
Really?
Yeah.
The hot spots? I've been seeing quakes.
Oh yeah, quakes. Yeah.
Up in the north. That's been exciting. I like to laugh at Connecticut sometimes. They're trying to keep up with California. It ain't a competition.
Well, it's a pretty quiet time, I guess. When the energy comes in again strong, that's when you start looking for them again. Right now, we're still
she's not
still waiting for the
very
next
much.
big push to come in. We're almost there.
She was heated up this morning a couple hours ago, but she's cooled down a lot the last couple hours.
Yeah. She heated up for all those pushes and pings, and now it's all quiet again. Yeah, these are still here. Don't know what these are.
What's that?
What's the Mauna Loa Observatory? The sun, the sun's the corona.
Oh,
But these, you'll see like these waved circles and ringed circles. That these have been here a while, but these are like solid objects. They don't move. At least the last couple of days I've been looking at it. So maybe it might be something on the camera lens. Just a kind of a tool I keep an eye on.
looks like an awful lot of activity.
Well, lightning strikes are, well, 10,000 so far. I don't know how long that is. How long that accumulates. What do you guys know about white spots in and out of the sun? White spots of the sun? I guess it depends on what filter you're looking at that's looking at the sun that changes them around a little bit. Where a coronal hole may look white, just depending on what angstrom you're using.
Every night, Court. Every night it rolls about 12 to 15 degrees an hour, pretty much. Been doing it since 2010.
I'm glad you brought that up, Memory, because now I know where you've been hearing that. I kind of knew. I mean, Dutch Sense is talking about piezoelectricity. But piezoelectricity, and because you asked me on my channel, I looked it up. You know, that's the transfer of energy over to mechanical energy or vice versa.
Mhm.
Well, I don't see how earthquakes is transferring to something mechanical to be piezoelectric transfer.
Yeah, he's using a fancy word to kind of like Dr. Albers does, in a way that if you repeat it, you sound like a fool. And that's the nicest way I can say that, because you didn't do your homework and find out the definition of the word, and now you're repeating stuff. Piezoelectric.
Well, she asked me.
No, I'm just saying that's their
Right.
tactic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anything about memory. I'm just saying that's the way they do it. Because I always hear the
Prey on our
stellar core
ignorance.
shit. I hear stellar core all the fucking time, and it's like, you do realize that the stellar core is the innermost, hottest part of the sun, right? It doesn't have anything to do with planets. And it just, the wrong usage of a word is a CIA tactic. It's like using plausible deniability backwards. So people will plausibly deny you when you say these things. That's their tactic. I'm not saying anything about you because you obviously done gone and asked. You know, somebody that would know. John has definitely looked it up because piezoelectric.
Well, I had to. I was like, what? Okay, what exactly does that mean so that I can understand it?
It's like a full fucking time job keeping up with these assholes, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
And
I mean, the government, this is your government fucking tax dollars at work, people. This is how it works. This is fucking, it's hideous.
Yeah, guys, throw a share out there. Maybe we can break 80. Set a world record for us.
Yeah, I ain't at all trying to pick on nobody. I'm just saying that's their tactic, to make you repeat those words so you sound like a fucking fool, because a lot of people will, you know, that you're trying to talk to would understand field rotation, your stellar cores, and your electronic grounding.
Yeah, they're preying on our ignorance on the subjects.
Yes. And they sound fancy. They sound educated when they say these things. And it, but if you listen, if you know what the meaning of the word actually means, they sound exactly like I said. They sound kind of crazy when they're using these words and sentences that they don't belong in. You know, it's just it might be something Dutch. They sound educated on a script.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who's talking it. I've been trying to stay out of the loop, man. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, I've completely almost stopped using Facebook except for when I go on the group and chat. I don't like going through the news feed because it's like, oh,
It's aggravating as fuck. I made an entire channel dedicated to teach people how to learn themselves that, and I
there you go.
retired the channel and it's just sitting there. So you know,
I'll just let
I
that
see
sit there.
that memory came over, did the right thing. You can tell Trigger's been watching some videos.
So there you go. Just if anybody wants to know. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because YouTube is going to start putting
Well, that's what I
ads
said,
on
Trigger. You
channels.
did that, but it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don. I broke you up.
Oh well, YouTube is going to start putting commercials on non-monetized channels. You know, even though I'm not a YouTube partner, I could still end up having ads on my channels now, videos, and same
Yeah,
with the catfish. So as
yeah.
you can see
I
here,
think
I'm
that's
not
because I was
monetized.
bitching at them before so loudly. They changed their policy, huh?
Yeah, in the last email of the new update email, that's what they said.
Johnny.
Oh yeah, Johnny, nice.
Yeah, it's just funny. I'm sitting here, I'm hearing what these people are putting out, the new buzzwords and shit. And I'm just laughing because I've been so busily not paying attention to anything. I was just telling John I enjoyed the quiet the last couple weeks. It's been nice, and then to hear the piezoelectric coming out, and it's like, oh my god, who's using that term? It figures it's fucking Dutch. That's some funny shit. So yeah, I'm sorry, I found it funny.
Yeah. But it doesn't make quite sense because it's like the transfer over to mechanical energy. It's like there's no an earthquake's not transferring over to a mechanical energy. It's just transfer of energy throughout along the plate boundaries, and
Yeah,
it's
and we're
only half the
feeling
process there, even though he's saying the word.
we're feeling physical push too of a magnet. I mean, that's a physical cause. Um, that's why some of these things are so deep and ringing like bells because it's hitting the core of the fucking magnet, shaking the whole fucking planet.
Let's see. Well, I guess Cosmic is saying, why don't we leave YouTube? Well, YouTube is where the numbers are. I
Yeah,
don't see much censorship going on my channel. Of course, they may be keeping the numbers low, but what am I going to do about it? It's up to you guys to share the information, and then it won't matter what YouTube does because everyone's getting direct links, so they can't
yeah,
shadow ban a link.
they can't shadow ban that.
They can keep it as down from suggestions or from going viral, sure, but if you got 100 people putting a link out or 1,000 people putting a link out, they can't stop that.
Sometimes, Paul. Sometimes, Paula. Sometimes earthquakes signal volcanic activity,
Mhm.
like what's going on in California. It's not the cause of it, it's a symptom of it. That entire region down there that's shaking and hasn't stopped shaking and is currently shaking. So California, Nevada, all of that is called the Long Valley caldera, and it is much larger than Yellowstone. Um, Nobody's talking about it though. Everybody thinks that's plate activity. No, it's not.
It's adding energy in. That's what causes the
Yeah,
volcano to go. Is energy is being added, and it's like a vessel. It has to go somewhere.
that induction heating heats
Yeah.
up our volcano.
Right. Hence
And the
the increase
magma
in
globally, I
volcanoes.
mean, we're seeing the shaking in the heliopauses daily, and it's getting worse and worse, and more noticeable.
That's right, Johnny. Can't leave YouTube because then you can't figure out how to fix your car.
Or any damn
That's
thing else.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, you need to fix something, go on YouTube.
Figure out how to turn my phone back on.
Welcome, Emily Shane, new viewer.
Hi, Emily.
I think one good thing that came out of, well, there's a couple few things that came out of Dutch, but much love is a saying that I've only heard that came from him, and now that's everywhere, which it's not a bad thing. It's just this
No.
phrase that caught on, it's pretty good.
For all you new people, to catch up on what we're talking about, once you click on that, you have 15 minutes of, oh my fucking God, you're kidding me, and then come back. We'll answer your questions. They'll probably be relevant. If you're wondering what we're talking about, that's a good place to start.
Perfect.
They even got naked yoga, huh? Yeah, I like it, Johnny. sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Like living on the edge.
I don't think the class would ever really end. We kind of just keep going and going and going.
Naked yoga, yeah.
I've heard of hot yoga, though I don't really understand it. It just seems like it's kind of like sitting in a sauna doing yoga to me.
I looked for Jingle Fucking Bells last night and found that classic. Well, I'm gonna die. I was like, oh, that's it. That's what I'm playing tonight.
Fire away, Hermetic. I got one for you too, Hermetic.
What's that?
A question.
Oh, I didn't see Hermetic. Where's he at?
It just joined. That's right up your alley. How long does the script give the quickening until the event? How long does the script give the quickening until the event?
Kim McClellan says about 2.5 years to 4 years before they leave.
Yeah.
Periheli, I'm guessing we're both hitting right around 2022. Keeping in mind, this is when we leave, it's going to be a totally different fucking world. We're going to be on a different orbit, different fucking sun,
Different
different
same
energy,
planet.
different everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a totally changed planet.
Yeah. Back to original. Should have big trees over here that dwarf our fucking skyscrapers.
Yeah, I don't think I'll see those in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think we will.
Well,
Crystals grow quickly, bro.
well, I was gonna say. I mean, you're looking at like 300 or 400 years, to get a tree like that.
Maybe that tall, yeah. I'm just saying, we'll see some of this. I'm pretty sure. As I understand, I mean, our lives should be longer too, John. And
Yeah,
when we're on this energy, we should be fully lit.
yeah, but our grandkids will benefit more than we will.
Oh yeah, then we will. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Unless I can get myself a fucking ant person to heal this back of mine, then I'll be
Well, yeah.
benefiting better than any motherfucking body.
All right, Hermetic. Now, my question for you is what's up with the website, 1748hertz.com? I see it's not up yet. See, that's what Hermetic and I were. He wanted to make a site, and I'd add the content. And we came up with the domain 1748hertz.com. Simple, and is it just another place to direct people? Facebook sucks and YouTube can suck, so kind of a website where we'll have much better control of the content.
Nice.
So he's been working on that, but I guess he's been busy because I see the site's the site's not up.
That's a good idea. I like that 1748hertz.com.
Yeah, it was
Pretty
something
simple.
simple.
The fucking unified field. Who knew? They drew it on a damn hieroglyph, dude.
What if our lifetimes extend as well? Well, I mean, I think for us it would be, it could extend our lifetimes, but it's not going to be as dramatic as like my kids or their kids, because they'll have the
No,
full lifetime of it.
yeah, I agree. I'm just excited to see what happens when our biology gets in the right frequencies. Because we've actually got body parts that line up with this fucking magnet signature. It's like, the fuck is, what we gonna do? We're gonna be doing some crazy shit.
All right. Well, yeah. Hermetic says he's going to get on it next week. The website. It's cool. I mean, it's your project. It's your pace. I was just curious. Were you in? Cosmic Ocean. What do you mean, Cosmic?
Once a week. She wants to know if you were military.
No, never military.
I don't know if John's new camera can handle me once a week.
Oh, well, yeah, we could do that, but, I kind of like keeping it where people want more. If we do it all the time, then it won't be such a cool thing.
Me? Besides, I do live stream every day.
Yeah.
John could join in, just not on this channel.
Yeah, during the week, I'm always, to get up, leave
Working.
the house at 5, get home at 6:30, 7. And that's, 13, 14 hours of my day is just away from home.
Where you doing Pittsburgh this week too, aren't you?
Well, after Thanksgiving,
Oh, after Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Okay. That hasn't happened yet.
It's not set in stone. I mean, we know we're going back to do the test hole phase of the project, but it's kind of really up to the campus and when they want us there. I know they're going to wait till after Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving break, the campus is going all virtual, so there won't be any students there for us to disturb with our noise.
Yeah. That's always fun. working in an empty space.
And it'll be nice dead, just hitting winter in Pittsburgh. Yay! In case he wasn't sure that was sarcastic, that was sarcastic. I'm just not very good at sarcasm because I don't like it very much. Let me I'm gonna post in the chat group.
Getting a ringing.
I gotta get a link. I've been getting through dang. Oh, Lost Book of Inky. Next I'm gonna do End of Days. Because I don't think I've listened to that one yet.
A good one. Like I said, he's got 3 different versions of the Enuma Elish in it. You can tell the one every time they fucking touch something, they change shit. The Hamad Jarabi and all that. They got different versions of all those stories.
Thomas.
Interesting.
Hey, Polly.
IMF-ery going on.
Thomas is asking on YouTube, what channel. I'm sure he's found it by now, but I'm going to post in my channel.
What channel?
What channel we're on.
Oh.
Because from my community tab, I did a post there. Okay, now I gotta go back to my group chat. There. Okay, one more place posted.
Hey, Pollyanna, how you doing?
In memory,
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Memory, I locate underground utilities. I'm a senior project manager for the company. It's on the private side, not Miss Utility, where I don't mark for construction. We mark and map for design. Where they want to put in a building, it's way ahead of any kind of construction. So that's what I do. I find things underground that I will never see.
I bet you get to do a little bit of archaeology sometimes.
I have found things. Near DC, we found some arrowheads and all kinds of buried things.
Nice.
Asbestos even, got to worry about that. Because it's naturally underground, but there's only one area near here that has some natural asbestos. I keep forgetting what SSDD means.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah, she always uses it, and I figured it out one time, and I'm like, but I always forget it. But, yeah.
That's funny. She's on same shit, different day. I'm on different shit, same day. DSSD. Fossilized human skull. I seen that. You had a tooth in it too.
A lot of times you'll see in certain areas like Annapolis, they'll use seashells as their road base, part of it.
Well, Kathy, how we're magnetically locked to a different sun that's getting closer and closer. We're in line with planets that are normally orbiting it. And they've been there almost a year and a half. And if you go look, they're there every night. It's called tidal locking. We've locked into place. That's why all that overlapping of the IMF effery going on and all that shit. There's a bigger magnet behind all of that stuff we're looking at. It's from Stephen King, is it? It probably is. I know it's been around my whole damn life, probably on. Yeah, when we started seeing these things in Iswa, I had the thought and talked to John. I said, John, if these things are really there and Iswa is not imagining this, we'll be able to see these things. And what did it take me? About 15 minutes, John. I was back in, be all like, motherfucker, I can see these things.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've been there ever since.
The way on the job site I found the arrowhead on, we'd actually blown it out of our test hole. They had said if we'd found any artifacts, they would shut the whole job site down for it. And we're like, I'm not gonna.
Time to shove that arrowhead in your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide this arrowhead and just keep going. I'm just doing like 10-inch by 10-inch holes directly over top of your utility and exposing it, so I'm not doing a massive excavation. No giant skeletons.
No skeletons yet?
No.
Just fucking hidden that arrowhead.
I'd have to be more in Europe to probably find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I dug test holes in like the UK around London, I would be a little worried. I'm sure I'd find some bones around London.
I had freaking 4 inches of snow here in the summer. We've got 2 feet corn from Denver to Dallas and then some. The plants noticed that the seasons weren't going off. And I don't know where you're living that we're having a normal season. Either way, Kathy, we're in a train right now. We're the caboose, but we're being pushed forward. Basically, if that helps. Yeah, it's a very odd season. 80 degrees in late November here too, and I'm not sure how you're looking at normal. Even compared to last year, this is highly abnormal.
All right. Well, we had a question: is how do we still have seasons? Well, I made a video on that, and it's 1 minute and 52 seconds. I'll start it over, and we'll just let it play.
Yes, we're gonna watch it over video.
Plane. The Earth is a tennis. All right, sun ecliptic plane. The Earth is a tennis ball.
But there ain't nothing normal about these seasons, so-called seasons we're having. It's like a springboard.
They're blurred.
We're having hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. None of it's as cold as it
26 degrees between
should be when it is, because it was colder in the summer than it is right now.
So a total of 46 degrees from here to here. And the white line to say is the tropic lines. That's why they're there. That's as far as the Earth tilts. 23 degrees between here and here. So, night and day spin, that hasn't changed. But if you put the Earth on its side, with the poles at the ecliptic plane, you still, like this, you still have night and day. And no matter how you tilt it here or here, the poles will still tilt towards the sun,
See,
providing
people forget we have
seasons
3
do.
axes in space a
You know, night and day,
lot.
seasons.
Or maybe they do
No matter how you
conveniently,
do
I'm
it.
not sure. But you get it.
Seasons. It still works. It doesn't. This does not happen. This is not happening. And we know
Yeah, Ken rocks.
it can't be the poles pointing towards the sun because then the north hemisphere would always have sun, the southern hemisphere would always be in the dark. So it's this way with still
Well,
being night and day.
Ken hasn't figured out the
No
heart
matter how
connection
you
yet.
do it,
He's more on the
how
rocks
you
is
orient
reading
it still works.
the artifacts.
There you go. It depends. I think I think it depends where the artifacts came from. So I was just, I was outside D.C. and actually like southeast D.C. and it was a bad area and trying to
Well,
trying to renovate that area, make it the city look better.
in space, you've got this axis, then you've got that axis, then you've got this axis. 3 axes in space. Everything has 3 axes. We have a spin axis and 2 full tilt axes. It's your XYZ points.
I got some more proof of that season stuff. I posted these up just so I could share them in the group. These are from the UK. This is this week. Well, they're heading in, like me, heading into winter, and yet we have trees blooming. So we have plant confusion.
Yeah, plants are fucking. Dude, I can't get over what I'm looking at out here. The farmers haven't even harvested this corn for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. It's just sitting there in the fields. It's 2 foot tall. It's dead. It's shriveled up, and it's not just here. It's I've been here. Like University of Illinois was having the same thing showing up in their greenhouses and shit. And I attribute it to GMO crops. And as I was hearing, it was a lot of the GMO crops that they were having trouble with, too, this year. The people corn, so to speak, the sweet corn, did pretty well, from what I could tell. But the GMO fucking crops failed. Failed fucking miserably. Absolutely fucking failed.
Let's see. Yeah, we've been talking about like the seasons are being blurred. You know, like spring and fall, they're blurred now.
Yeah, it's like we're in having a trampoline effect from warm to cold every week. And it's fuck, man. It's the 22nd of November. I even got to look because it felt like summer all week.
No.
It's the 22nd of November here in Colorado, and we're having 80-degree temperatures. That's not normal at all. And it was literally snowing in July and August. At the end of July, beginning of August. 3-4 inches, and it stayed for a few days. And then it snowed again, a few weeks ago. And it's been a couple weeks ago, I think, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was really cold. And now it's been 80s again. And I'm all like, yeah, I ain't complaining for nothing. Cause I like the warmth. Of course, it makes me cramp a little bit less. But yeah, the last couple weeks, man, it was cold a couple weeks ago. I think that's part of why my fucking back started fucking with me so bad. Which is not feeling today so bad. Yeah, the animals are acting fucked up, and the plants are all acting fucked up.
Yeah, it's not just the plants, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Temperatures,
the animals are
storms,
too.
animals.
Look, Jason's hand feeding animals and having flocks of geese show up in his backyard and shit. That he's tripping. You know, he's like feeling like Doctor Doolittle and shit. These animals are hungry because the grain producing grass that they live off of hasn't been producing this year either.
Let's see, yeah, the Navajo and Hopi, they're. Eric will have to answer that one. They don't like the white man getting in, according to them.
No, they don't like me. You know, Navajo didn't. I don't see the question. What?
It's just kind of a statement. Johnny
Oh,
Cash said to me, "These Navajo and Hopi don't like us having their ancestors' old shit."
no,
Mem-
they don't actually. Um. Oh well. The problem is, they they know what they're doing, and now I do too, and so does everybody else. Um, this is bigger than us. This is bigger than them. So I'm not really again. I'm not concerned about what the Hopi or Navajo do. I know this is going down with or without me or them. Anybody else involved except for the Creator and Mother Earth. In the end, all's gonna be set right.
I got the ball again. Maybe help some people with this. Now I know this is reading opposite, at least for me and my camera. Well, the Earth
Yeah,
was
they've
always
been in
tilted.
lockdown for a while, Johnny. I was down there in Gallup this summer trying to get a hold of the Navajo and Zuni tribes and shit, and they had all their shit locked down. Another 3 weeks, though, you know. I'll be back. I got a piss. John brought the ball.
Brought the ball out. Now the Earth has always been tilted 23.4 degrees, and that doesn't change. Well, here you've got your poles, north and south. This the rotational spin is this is what provides us night and day. That's it. Now we are normally tilted like this, so we'll spin like this. My poles are the fingers. So trying to do everything opposite. So let's just go this way. So what has happened is the poles are now on the ecliptic plane, which is the same plane that comes from the sun and its magnetic field, where all the planets and moons ride on. They call it the ecliptic plane. Well, the Earth is tilted from 23 to 90 degrees. So when the poles are, we're not pointing, the North Pole isn't pointing at the sun, because then we'd have the North Pole would always be in daylight and the South Pole would always be in dark. So we know the Earth is on, the poles are pointing perpendicular to the sun because the sun's out this way. The camera is the sun, so the way we could still have night and day in each hemisphere is for the poles to be perpendicular to the sun. So from here to here. And if you imagine you standing here as I'm spinning, everything in our solar system is spinning the opposite direction. And it's always hard to portray this on a camera, but so instead of spinning like this, we're spinning like this. Now this is normal.
Mhm.
It's not tilt causing this. This is just the Earth spinning on its axis as normal
Yep.
is making everything on the ecliptic plane spin, cartwheel. Now people will say, well, why? Well, what? Well, we Earth tilted over. Polaris should be out of position. Well, Polaris doesn't go out of position as we orbit the sun in millions and millions of miles. They don't change. So why would a little bit of 66 degrees more tilt change that? So we don't see the effects of this widespread way far out, like where all our constellations we look at. We see it in our local neighborhood in our solar system with our planets and moons. That's where we see it all the time.
Well,
So I'm sorry, one more thing.
So the galaxy roll too.
Yeah, but when people say, "Oh, everything's just fine because of all the constellations," blah 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 blah. Well, no. Our movement is in the grand scheme of what our Earth did is nothing. It's minuscule. So the grand scheme doesn't change just because we tilted a little bit. We only notice it locally.
Yeah. Well, if like I took you over to Calgary, and it shows Orion doing this at the equator, which is the most motion anywhere on the planet. You should have an equatorial sky, and we're clearly seeing Orion's well past that normal, even on the page Dazzler tries to send you to.
I'm trying to catch up on questions. Johnny Cash is out drinking beer in his underwear, huh? Well, I guess if you don't have neighbors, you can do what you want. Or a 6-foot fence.
I proved omnipresence, Nick. I don't believe in God. I know our Creator exists. See the difference? I don't have to believe. I know. In each and every atom at 1748 hertz, our Creator's voice. Omnipresence. You should go watch some of my videos. Religion and gods are man-made, exactly. Thank you, Pollyanna. Gods require service. Creator requires you to be who you are. But asking questions like that tells me you're not sure who you are. And we've got that too. Figured out how you're a steward to protect all of life, Nick. All these things we've had questions about. Yeah, there's a creator. We didn't come from a cesspool of chemical. Good night, Cat. That's right, Virginia.
Good night, Cat.
Damn straight, Johnny. Me too. Me too. Especially when you start reading the source material for the basic religion. It's kind of crazy. How did we actually get here is the question. It's like, damn.
Presently.
Well, we had that answered too. Funny enough. We got trapped in the void. What void?
A Lagrange
I got
point.
it. Huh?
That's a Lagrange point. The void is a Lagrange point.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what it is, Don. That's exactly what the void is. Yes. And as like I said, you know that. We were writing this shit globally and we were just using different language, different terms.
Mm-hmm.
Sun is a Kachina or the fucking blue star, and that's how they've used this shit to confuse us all over the world.
Yep. That's where all the planets, they end up sitting in Lagrange points.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They put satellites there too.
Not a coincidence, huh?
No, I mean they put satellites there. They know that.
Yeah. Well, of course they do. They got the fucking little monitor out there looking at it all.
Yeah, that's coming from here, L1.
Fucking all-seeing eye, buddy. The all-seeing eye of Enlil.
Yeah,
That's
it's
in the
funny that all
cuneiform.
those names are all astronomical terms and.
Yeah, I mean that's in the cuneiform. You tell me where'd NASA get the Enlil monitor name from? Come on, what? It monitors what? It monitors everything in the solar system, doesn't it? It's the all-seeing fucking eye of Enlil, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me it's not. That's exactly what they were talking about in the cuneiform. And they had one, but it's the Black Knight. Black Knight fucking satellite, baby.
Yes, absolutely, Redland 22. That's what the Earth tilt is. That's how we know the Earth is tilted, by the way the moon is behaving.
Mm-hmm.
It's our closest object. The other planets tell us that. The sun tells us that. If you can track the sunspots, they're going around in a circle. Sunspots should travel left to right, and they're going around the edges now. But it's a lot harder to track and prove.
Pollyanna. And right off to the bottom of that is the constellation that's about that big in the sky, and it looks like the Big Dipper, and it's part of Delphi, and it is called Poop. It's my favorite constellation.
Poop, yeah. Oh, let's see.
Now that we're talking about Delphi and that you're recognizing Delphi, let me tell you a little something about Delphi. August 13th, okay? August 13th. August 13th, 2014, I watched a nova sun explosion happen in Delphi in the summer. We're in November. Why the fuck is Delphi where it is every night? Everything's out of place. Delphi shouldn't be where it is. And that's funny that you're noticing it. Because it's very distinguishable. You're talking about the triangle, the big triangle. That's Delphi. It shouldn't be where it is, and that's why you're noticing it.
My animation won't play for some reason. It's the Australian model of the magnetopause. And all the satellites they have around it. In geosync orbit. We were looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 satellites monitoring our magnetosphere.
The Lagrange point memory, you know that video I've got a couple of them where you're rolling the metal balls at the interwoven magnets and they freeze in midair and then you can, the working model. That's the Lagrange point. And that's why they pair up right in there to make a full circle or full circuit. You need full circuit to make that energy flow to hold those in that, to lock them in. Well, we're not alone, Juniper. We have 2 entire suns and multiple planets coming in. I expect to see more. Well, look at NASA's disclosures over the last couple of years. Earth's rotation is slowing down, so it's going to be we're going to be having massive earthquakes. That came out in 2018. 2019, all of a sudden we have a glowing wall of hydrogen at the edge of the solar system. We have Lazarus comets coming alive out of the asteroid belt by the dozens of dozens. They're blaming possibly Jupiter. They've got, they've come out and said everything I've ever said. What the fuck is a glowing wall of hydrogen at the edge of the solar system?
Oh, come on, play.
With United Healthcare Medicare
Finally,
Advantage
yes,
plan,
we're having atmospheric anomalies because of the interaction of the magnets around us.
There you go.
CK, the basic maneuver we're going to do, we're going to roll behind the blue sun. Right now, we're in front of the blue sun. During a perihelia or perihelia approach, that can be a very bad place to be for a planet, not for the life on it, for the whole fucking planet. So we have to bounce behind the sun that's behind us. We've read about it. See, this is called the Blue Kachina, the one behind us. And we've danced with it for 10 years. That is also what the Bible calls tribulation, same amount of period of time. And next step is Ra, the Blue Kachina is going to reveal itself. Or the Bible calls it the day the sky rolls back like a scroll.
Scroll, yeah.
And reveals the heavens, man. Fucking veil for the things he sees. I've been sending people out at night because these things are fucking real and you can see them. I know I sound crazy sitting here today. It's getting dark. Go outside your light though and look to your north. Look to your west. And you tell me what's blocking out the stars. Once you see them, sit there and look. Because the only reason you don't see the circumference is because you haven't looked at it long enough to realize just how big the damn thing is behind us. Now, when you start seeing those, take a seat, take it in, relax, calm down. They've been there for over a year. But understand this, you should probably look at them every night. That way you get used to them because there's at least a dozen of them around us that you can't see in the daytime because of the Cherenkov radiation blanket that's going to roll back like a scroll when these magnets start popping us out of this void.
Yes, primer field Rachel is great. The 3. It's where I got my start in electromagnetics. And then I learned about scientifically and stuff. Yeah, these are great videos.
There you go, Pollyanna. I gave you something to do. Delphi. DELPHI. They found another solar system with 3 suns? It makes you wonder. Well, we told you there was a glowing wall of hydrogen on the edge of the solar system and we didn't know what it was. Well, guess what? Yes, memory trigger, they're going to bounce us out of the Lagrange point. That's basically why they've been behind us, and I mean, for over a year. And the compression's getting more and more, like I said it would, although it's been a slow fucking train wreck, it's getting more and more, and has been, since we started watching. Yeah, one sun system is very rare. It's almost ludicrous to believe you live in a one sun system, according to statistics.
Yep.
And especially if you,
Binary and trinary
so
systems
we're
are more
seeing
common.
things
Yep.
in our solar system that we haven't seen. Yes, wait, you should go outside your light dome at night and look to the north and look to the west, and you're going to see huge circumferences blocking out your stars that you haven't noticed. Watch your moon. It's rising wax, rolling 180 degrees and setting wane. The only way that it could possibly happen is we've rolled onto our side. We don't do this motion anymore to the ecliptic. We do this motion. Just like John was showing with his ball. And you can make a really good working model of it. It's nothing complicated. It's a ball and a light. All the motion should be you. This thing only moves 6.24 degrees every 12 hours in a 360-degree orbit. It may as well be laying on the table, which is your ecliptic. Now you spin sideways. Bend over a little bit. Spin. Like we used to. All you're getting is a little bit of, maybe, right? Until you bend over and touch your toes, and everything flips, just like what you're seeing with your own eyes in the sky.
Ronnie, what you're saying, all matter is animated by spirit. Well, we don't say spirit, we say energy, because energy and matter creates life in the most basic form. You're calling it spirit, but yes, you're right, except I'm OCD and it's energy, because without
And it's
energy,
at 1748 hertz. We actually have the damn hertz to it.
yep, the governing frequency, same as the four winds. Well, the pattern. Without energy, you have no matter, and without matter and energy, you have no life.
Yeah, I do say that too, Pollyanna, and it's true. I don't doubt or claim that I'm not crazy, but I'm definitely not wrong.
Well, I didn't say life isn't life. I said you can't have life without energy and matter. Matter is a magnetic chains of atoms that are all magnets.
Yeah, every atom in existence is a magnet field, and every magnet rides at 1748 hertz. Therefore, 1748 hertz rides through every atom in your body, the table, every atom in existence.
It's your connection to the Creator. The
Yeah, I mean, that's omnipresence if I ever heard it. We're not a random thing. I pretty sure, if you go over there and look at my videos, I've proven every word I said. And I offer money to prove me wrong, so apparently you haven't watched all my videos, or you just don't have proof that I'm wrong. I'm not sure what we're witnessing here. Like I said, you new folks can begin there. We'll see you in 14 minutes. That way you sound a lot more educated when you start asking questions. Because a lot of this shit ain't up for debate.
Well, Ronnie's on the right path. She's just framing. She has her frame of reference different for the same information, just different terminology. But she's on the right path.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's we've proven that we actually have a creator. For all these folks that don't think that we believe in a creator, we definitely do. It's actually, we don't believe in a creator. I don't. I know we have a creator. See?
Right. Everyone wanting proof of that. Well, here you go. We provided.
Yes. If you want proof of it, that's not actually the video. That's just to get you started in what we're talking about. I've proven omnipresence almost a year after that video. But I mean, yeah, we have a creator. There's and it rides through each and every atom in existence. We got it nailed down to the exact hertz frequency. Without vibration, matter wouldn't even coalesce. That's the voice of God. It's omnipresence. And
right.
You have a magnet in your chest. When you get excited, your electromagnetic energy goes through your body. Your hair oscillates at 1748 hertz on the electromagnetic spectrum. Just like your fingerprints are unique in the electromagnetic spectrum. That's because that's your electromagnetic fingerprint coming through your body. This is how we were formed, in this energy of the Creator through first creation, Mother Earth, and expanding their every little light you see in the sky. Operating at 1740 hertz.
In Star Wars, they talk about the field, the Force. Well, that's true. That is so very true. And they were telling us about it in that video as sci-fi fiction, but it's real. It's the field. Every magnet is connected on that field, and the governing frequency is 1748 hertz. So those things that they talk about in those movies, that's actually, you could do those things. We're just not good at it. I mean, how else are people remote viewing? We know that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. We're
using an electromagnetic field.
Right. Every atom. I mean, we keep saying reaction at a distance. Well, that's right there.
Instantaneously.
Yep. That's
the basis of scalar physics. That's why they had to make scalar physics its own little box, because instantaneously is faster than the speed of light at a distance. That didn't fit in the regular physics. So they're like, we know the properties of a magnet, so here's magnetism, we'll call it scalar physics. Now all of a sudden they put that away in a closet somewhere and pull all this quantum theory bullshit out. And it's like, as soon as I started looking at quantum theory, I was like, this is a grassy knoll. Because all these properties are known properties of magnetism. Now, of course, at that fucking point, we hadn't put all that together yet. But I already had that in the back of my head, because all these fucking atoms are showing, magnet. They're a magnet. And then all of a sudden, here you come with the fucking 1748 hertz plate, and it all started falling into place. I mean, what else is it going to do other than fall into place if it's a truth? It just, boom, it happened. That's how it happened. All this shit just, it wasn't hard to find and correlate stuff, because that's medically and factually the way things are. And it's just, I was 50 years old and I didn't know I had a damn magnet in my chest, but I know properties of magnetism and how they operate. Well, it took me about 30 seconds to figure out what Jesus was talking about. As soon as I figured out I got a magnet in my chest. I was like, oh my God, resonant frequency. I can inherit Earth's fucking, look, I'm getting goosebumps. Making stem cells. Bam, 1748 hertz, that's mom's frequency. That's how you inherit. It's neat.
Oh, well, the difference between gravity, wave clouds, and electromagnetic cloud is just terminology difference. I just don't use gravity because gravity doesn't exist. It's all electromagnetics. So gravity wave is a grassy knoll to me. It's electromagnetics, and the clouds are showing the field.
That's why it travels faster than the speed of light, and they can't explain that for gravity. Gravity is faster than the speed of light too. Well, it's because it's on the electromagnetic field. Exactly, it's electrostatic attraction.
And every being, we're continuing with Ronnie. She's saying, I'm assuming Ronnie, I'm sorry if I say she or he. Well, they're saying, I'm saying every being is a nothing. I don't quite understand that, but every being is a magnet. And every magnet is connected. Your body may die, but your soul, in a sense of a word, will continue on because it is still connected to the field. I believe in resurrection or reincarnation. Reincarnation in the sense of there will be a point where your exact DNA code may come around again, and therefore there you are again. But your soul and your mind and your conscious stays around in the galaxy or wherever. Kind of like the movie Jupiter Rising. The whole premise of that movie is the specific DNA code came back around, and that person was there again. It turns out to be this powerful person in that family.
You get your energy from the magnetic field, the electromagnetic field. It's the only place magnets get their energy from. The creator is 1748 hertz. That's an eternal field. And opposing magnets, you can get and prove that by getting eternally electricity out of it without moving any damn thing.
Your consciousness stays around.
Yeah.
Well, Reiki, yeah, they're all using electromagnetics. All Reiki and all that, it's all electromagnetics. And you're attuning your heart magnet to that field. That's what all that is.
And if a lot of these yogis, they'll tell you it's got to be deep thought for self-improvement and shit like that. You know, if they only knew where the hell they were getting their fucking strength from, it would make it so much easier for people to use too. And you're getting it from this brain, not this. This one analyzes shit. This one here operates your frequency and your magnet, and you feel it. You don't think it. It's fully intent. If you have the intent of healing and touching and feeling somebody's sick parts, I'm telling you right now, this works remotely. You don't have to be on somebody's body to fix it. You can fix it at faster than the speed of light, instantaneously, at a distance. I would ground myself instantaneously, Joseph, and listen with my heart what to do next.
Yep. Heart's the connection point, not the mind.
Yeah, you don't need to meditate. You just need to know what you are, Marianne. And that's why this information's been given to us, because there's no guesswork involved. I had no idea we actually had a physical, very large magnet in our chest that is an electron magnet. And I knew everything about electron magnets. I was a nuclear electrician in the Navy. I had no transmission and radiation and magnet frequencies, all this stuff. Um, it just so happened that's what we were writing in Egypt. I had never looked at any Egyptian anything until fucking Relentless Maverick put it in front of my face on WSO. And I thought at first Bobby and his girlfriend Butterfly had drawn that up for the interview on WSO, and that's not the case. I could read it so easily. I really thought Bobby had drawn it. And as I was listening and looking at it, I was realizing, oh my God, okay, this is not that. This is something else. And why the fuck am I reading this shit? And that John helped me with a year later, finally figuring out how the fuck I was reading these things. It's all physics. No wonder I was reading these things. It makes sense why I was reading these things, because I had to know these things. I knew them to the point that I didn't even really realize what was going through my head when I was just making sense out of what I was seeing. And it was spooky. It was fucking spooky, because I let thousands of years of people not being able to do that really fuck with my mind until John set me straight with drawing the four winds. And I was like, oh fuck. Any old fucktard
I was
can
just
do
doing
that.
my homework. That's all.
You did your homework, and you helped me out so much with it. That's why I require people to do their homework. I'm still learning this shit. You know, why would anybody want to believe anything I say? I go out and do my fucking homework if I was you people. Be smart like John. You know,
Smart like a high school dropout.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ever found a metal. I was not thinking metal plate frequency. Look, we're talking about ancient Egypt. Why would they have metal plate frequency 1748 hertz in a fucking hieroglyph? It doesn't even make sense, John. They were dragging their knuckles.
All it takes is yeah, I mean, they're just knuckle draggers, right?
I wasn't thinking that at all. I didn't know what to fucking think. That's the one piece of the puzzle I couldn't figure out, and of course it was the centerpiece. It was the most important part. 1748 fucking hertz. But then again, after we figured that out, what we look at each other and say, now what do we do with that?
And there's not much. I mean, we've only found two things that really correlate: the stem cell and
Stem
and
cells,
hair
goosebumps,
follicles.
the magnets, and the atomic level. Everything's a magnet. And
Yeah,
all that. You know, I mean, everything in the fucking all the way to the black hole fucking correlates with it.
Yeah. I forget sometimes how far we've gone with it. It seems like there's so much more, but yet it's so hard to find.
It's brand new. It's for God's sake, everybody's been following Albert's wrong model, and that's why everything's so fucked up, because nobody can figure anything out. Now we've got all these answers. Of course, I mean it'd take fucking human generations to figure out everything we could do with that. I think, like I said, I mean, Angry Catfish needed to be retired, because I think that channel carries enough. I was like, we got. I mean, look, with that, we figured out what's a Lagrange point. It's the point the fucking magnet fields capture and make a full circuit. You know, and that all fits into this. Everything we're looking at fits into 1748 hertz. It's just, you got to kind of step back and look at it like that. I mean, look, we've got working models for the actual orbits of a planet. How everybody's always wondering, how in the hell do we not fall into the sun? Well, now we know. We know how we don't fall into the sun. you know, and it all fits into this whole unified field. Einstein couldn't explain it, could he? No.
No.
Or we would have all known why, you know. And it's always been a fucking, is it gravity? What's holding us out if gravity's pulling us in, you know, kind of thing. And it's always been a debate. Well, now we know. We're both being pulled and pushed, and we need to make a full circuit to lock ourselves in there because it's the electromagnetic field that we're stuck in.
No, Ronnie. Electromagnetics is just electromagnetics. The governing force in our universe. Everything.
Yeah.
It's electromagnetics.
It's like the voice of God,
spiritual.
because material, like matter, can't coalesce without vibration. Each and every atom in existence is a magnet, and it's vibrating at 1748 hertz. That's like the glue that holds everything together. That's our creator's voice. That's omnipresent.
You gotta
Yes.
drop the spirit part.
Electromagnetics are what produces color at frequency. You know, all colors have their own frequency that is in the IR field.
You're welcome, Redland 22. Best thing you can show your appreciation is sharing the information.
Yep, share what you learn.
And yeah, you'll be the crazy person, but that's okay because the crazy person usually ended up to be right in the long run, anyways.
Yeah, well, we built the pyramids for them using the void, Virginia. We were the Archon, Arcadians, I believe they called them. We were the builder class for the Anunnaki. They talk about it in cuneiform.
Right. But electromagnetics is all physical, right? I see it as like a physical touch, feel.
It's a physical
sense.
thing, yeah. It's the field. It's a physical field. It's an electromagnet field. It's inseparable.
Right. It's just because we can't see it, feel it, or touch it doesn't mean it isn't there.
Yeah, it's a physical force.
It's not spiritual. A masculine or feminine, it's positive or negative.
It's very neutral. Yeah, it's the glue. It's like the Elmer's glue that holds reality together.
Even the Bible uses electromagnetics.
Consciousness is also electromagnetic. We can interact with each and every single magnet in the universe at 1748 hertz at a distance instantaneously. That's your etherical library, so to speak. It's just some people have tuned into it better than others. Not that they're better at it, because we are all equally good at it. The programming is really hard to overcome because they didn't want us to know these things.
Programming. And that includes the Bible. Programming. The Torah, the Quran, all those books, it's all programming.
All of it.
You gotta look at Bible canon and the cuneiform. Lost Book of Eden.
Yeah, if you're following a religious book, you need to go to that religious book's canon and read the founding script there and understand where that came from. That was my first real enlightenment on what I had been reading my whole life. Bible anchoring. I went to canon, and when I got online here, and woo. I started waking up to the control system really fast.
We already know how to be prepared for this shift. Using
Yeah,
our
it's
heart
in your
magnet.
heart.
It's not spiritual.
Well, your heart is your spirit, though. I
Yeah.
mean, your magnet, so to speak. That's your soul.
But
That's the
spiritual
spark
is
that
of the
God gives.
mind. It's a mind thought, and the mind is not going to prepare you.
Yeah, no, no. You can only be prepared in your heart by knowing what you are, what your Creator is, and what Mother Earth is, the first creation. You have to know these things to attain a meekness. You can't attain meekness out of faith or belief. You have to know these things, and I've provided the proof of them. Like I keep saying, I mean, the debates out there in the field.
Be more clear about what, Joseph? Um, Memory scientifically did it with I don't know what they call them, Venetian blinds. That's how he did it. With making the
Um,
lines across the pool of water. That's all he did. Just use your
yeah,
reflection.
just lines on the paper, and those lines fold at 1748 hertz with every magnet put in the millimeter of water. Um, when the sky rolls back, the Cherenkov radiation is going to be released. I've covered that in several videos.
Yeah, Lee's even covered
Um,
that one too.
hmm,
Lee's covered that too in the
hmm.
scroll lock videos. Everything you
When your
guys are reading
polarity
in the
going
Bible,
crazy, it's called your Schumann frequency. Schumann frequency is a trapped frequency that operates on your brain wave. What you're talking about, Ramy, is a physical response to the Earth's magnetic field going to a working instead of a resting model. There is no trapped frequency of Schumann. Professor Schumann shows that the lack of Schumann frequency will cause exactly what he just said. Therefore, it's in your responsibility to cause your magnet to relax and protect your own Schumann frequency. You lose all your craziness. It's that simple. I didn't say it's not spiritual. I said your magnet is the physical manifestation of your spirit, of your life force. That's what you're looking at.
electromagnetic exists because there's a flow of energy.
And that is, yeah, it's the flow of the eternal creator that is feeding that.
Without the
It's
flow of
not
energy,
your
you have no
individual
magnets.
spirit. You're getting your energy straight from the creator, just like first creation. But we're getting it through first creation. First creation picks it up in its accretion disk. We get it filtered through first creation. We couldn't handle the creator's direct energy.
No, right? We're not into Freemasons indoctrinate.
No, I'm not in the Freemasons. We've got more information than the 33rd degree ever had by their own admissions.
Yeah, there's no who in electromagnetics. It's there.
Yeah, Mama's pulling it through induction. Exactly. Right through her accretion disk. Just like any other magnet does. The the energy goes in at the equator, it comes out the poles and the back.
Yeah, remember you don't have like Venetian blinds that are common. You know, you just turn the knob, the stick, and they open and close, and you pull the string, and they go up and down. That's what blinds, what I call Venetian blinds. And we just had them hanging in the window, and the sunlight was shining through onto the
it
water.
made straight lines, and when he started covering that magnet, it took on the full torrid field. It's really powerful if you go look at it instead of listening to us talk about it. It's like, that's why I got so aggravated. I was like, people were waiting on my next update, and you never went and looked at my proof. And that's why I stopped doing it. My proof's still there. You can go look at it.
No. Yeah, electromagnetics, energy is the source of electromagnetics. And you don't connect through thoughts, because you're using your mind for thoughts. Well, we connect through our hearts, where there are feelings.
Well,
You can
John,
think all you want, and that's not going to
have
do
you not
anything.
noticed that the moon's rising wax and rolling 180 degrees and setting wane? It's already confused. You're talking about the moon and the sun turning black like sackcloth. I don't know about repent. For what sins have I committed that I need to repent for? Because do you even know why the sun is going to go black like sackcloth? Because I've explained it in physics, shown it, and proved why. Just curious. That doesn't sound like a person that you talk like you're new here.
Ronnie, we're not talking spiritual at all. Spiritual has nothing to do with this. It's physical. Your emotions are physical. They manifest physically in your body.
Yeah, it's a physical manifestation of the spiritual that you're looking at. I mean, this is a real reality that you gotta deal with before you can even think about spirituality. You were made for a purpose.
Ronnie, you're just behind on all the information. You come in and you don't understand it. It's great you're here, but you're going to have to catch up.
Yeah, you should be researching instead of talking so much.
Did you
I
see
don't
Raw
have
Map
any
yet?
other way to say that. I mean, my words, I could talk to you till I'm blue in my face. You need to go look at the shit. I've laid it out. There's 400 fucking proofs. Past the first 10 minutes of each 15-minute video, you got 5 minutes of proofs. The first 10 minutes is ISWAP. I'm sure you can find a fast forward through it and look at what I've brought before you talk about it. Because it's just really irritating knowing that I've put in tens of thousands of freaking personal hours on this to just stand here and talk about it. I fucking proved it. Why would I want to talk about it to anybody that hasn't looked at the proof? That's where I'm at with you at this point, bro.
But prophecy doesn't always. I can make a prophecy every day if I want. I can prophesize the sun's going to rise in the morning, and guess what? My prophecy will come true. So prophecies are just man saying what he think might happen. Some of them come true, some of them don't.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, exactly right, Rami. I don't know where I made a connection for you, but I really did. I proved we have a creator. I proved that it's eternal energy. I proved our creator supplies every energy we get, but it comes through first creation. First creation isn't just earth. First creation doesn't mean glued on googly-eyed rock. I was under the impression that it was. I understand she's a living entity, way fucking smarter than I am. And not only her, Ra was depicted as an entity because Ra, the blue sun, is an entity. He's like a really living being that's very smart. And we can talk to these entities using the life force. Now, you and I can get over on semantics all day. I'm just going to tell you this physical representation, we have things to learn so we can grow our life force and give it back as a prodigal child to the Creator when we're done with this physical reality. This reality is what we have to concern ourselves about, not our spiritual. Our spiritual has to ride through, and we have to improve that, and that improves our growing of our spark. And that makes us better children. As we grow, we help grow creation eternal. This is a learning process. And we have been granted one hell of a head start by ourselves and the Creator. This is divine intervention right here, bringing this information. And it's in a pragmatic form that fuckheads like myself can look at and understand and be like, okay, so we do have a Creator. Because I had given up on any of that shit. But now I understand how it works. I understand how it works. That I never had hoped for. I had never hoped for any of that. But now I know how it works. I don't have to believe. I know. See, that's the difference. I know how it works. I don't believe shit. That's the beauty of this.
All right, so Redland22 asks, do you think we are blocked from birth remembering that knowledge, like using, say, 75% of our brain, or is it the seed? Well, our brain operates at different frequencies. As we age, those frequencies change, then it opened, from my understanding, it unlocked different aspects of what our brain is capable of.
Yeah, and the Freemasons and the Catholics and the fucking descendants of Cain out here, same people. They've all twisted all.
But
So
also,
have all the Middle Eastern and all the Asian gods and goddesses. They're all Anunnaki. Every bit of it that we're seeing, except for the old languages that we were writing in physics. That's the truth. We're looking at truth in that because it's written in physics, in the language of creation. A language without phonetics.
All right, so someone's asking the end result. What are we doing teaching all this for? And that's, well, like you said, we teach about our Creator and what our purpose is here, electromagnetics, because we're here to protect the planet. And Horus is going to be doing a supernova next to us. So by stacking our magnets and waiting for the call from Mother Earth to when she's ready for us to do that. So the end result will be is we will protect the Earth from this nova event from one of our suns.
Well, Joseph, me telling you what your electron magnet can do isn't going to help you much. But just put it this way, there isn't much you couldn't rise above. If you knew how to operate your magnet. I strongly suggest you going back and doing your homework, because I'm not going to spoon feed. Does that mean Santa's not coming?
Just remember, it isn't what we do here on this planet. It's how we feel, is how we'll be judged in the end. What our intent is, not necessarily what we do. Right? Or am I saying that wrong, Eric?
Well, your intent...
We have thoughts that are not necessarily good. Oh, I'm going to go harm that animal or person, but yet we're like, wait a minute, no, that's not right.
It's what's in your heart.
Right.
It's your frequency, in your magnet, in your spirit, that you're regulating at all times. It's you. It's your personality. It's your person. It's what you've become over your experiences here on this planet and in the etherical. Um, our physical reason for being here and having that magnet in our chest with the brain neuroganglia more so in your chest than in your brain pan is so you can attune that magnet to a meekness and inherit the entire larger magnet's field. That's how electron magnets work. You have an electron magnet, the Earth is an electron magnet. You come to the same frequency, you're going to inherit each other's strengths. Now all of a sudden there's two big shields around the planet. Now there's 7 billion. That's how a steward protects all of life. You cooperate, you love all of life, you love all of life, all of creation. You understand who you are, who your mother is, who your father is, and you do your damn job. That's a steward. We heal. We don't murder each other. We don't work for a few at a top because there is no one person, one woman, one man, one anything over us or over another. We are the children of the Creator. They're working with the GPS. That's what your star shit is. That what's that? Starlink. They shot up a brand new GPS system recently that reads where the Earth is with transponders on Earth. Now they have a perfect GPS. If the GPS goes out, they're fucked. Seriously, right? I mean, if the GPS goes out, they're fucked. And they had to just close it down, a couple of months ago for a couple of hours to reset the GPS. And then all of a sudden, Starlink went up. Well, that's what Starlink was. It was a new improved GPS that reads where the Earth is instead of where the geosynchronous orbits are.
Well, we kind of touched on that, Valerie. All religious texts we know are from the Anunnaki.
All of them, yeah.
As a form of control. And the Sumerians wrote that down to tell us about it from Enki and others. So, if you want to learn the sources of all those books, you go to the cuneiform that was written thousands of years before, and you will see all the same stories written in them. Noah, Adam and Eve, the creation story.
Ronnie, I'm going to give you the link one more time, then I don't want to see you for 14 minutes. All right? You're new enough that I don't even think you've looked at that. And that's just a beginner taste of what's been revealed. So have fun with that and go tell me what fucking language I speak, cocksucker. Seriously, I got a bag of dicks for you. Valerie, you're a beautiful person. I'm not I'm not trying to bite on anybody else. I'm not gonna be told what language I speak.
Yeah,
by somebody that hasn't even fucking looked.
Yeah. Basically, you can tell them the cuneiform is the source of all religious texts. And obviously the cuneiform was written thousands of years beforehand. And all the stories correlate. They're all the same. What's in the cuneiform, you know, Adam and Eve, Noah,
I'm sorry, Sandy. I made her make a mess. You know, I'm gonna be me. I'm just gonna be me. I try to give everybody a chance, but I mean, once I'm talking in circles, I've had enough circle talk. I already proved this shit. That's why I started my corner over there. I'm done proving shit. I'm going to hang out in my corner. You guys can either look at my proof and then come gather around and hang out with us at the bonfire every night and chat, because it's a pleasant chat with just a few people that have looked at all the fucking information that I've got. It's fucking awesome. Instead of sitting around fucking talking circles about it. So what? He's a fucking Freemason. Have you ever even read the cuneiform yourself, Ramey?
He's still just reading from the cuneiform. There,
That's
Valerie,
what I'm saying.
you could give him those links. I mean, the Lost Book Yankee alone could
That's what. No, he's sitting there talking about how he's a Freemason and his interpretation is fake. How is it fake? Have you ever fucking read the cuneiform? Because I've read the cuneiform for about 4.5 years. I don't think you understand what the fuck you're talking about. We're in a three-sun system, and we're going to fucking deal with everything that comes along with it. Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie is a guy. Especially the Lost Book of Inky. That's one book series that has majority of the Bible stories in it. So they could, and it's
Yeah.
Josh Reeves links, so he does a good job with commentary and.
The End of Days is more like a summary of his 3 or 4 books at the time when he had written them, and talking through the cuneiform. He reads through some of the texts too. And the funny thing is, I mean, he says that about Sitchin, but I mean, every other fucking cuneiform translator that's been translating cuneiform, including the Metropolitan Museum over here that we were just listening to the other night about Gilgamesh, comes up with the same fucking story.
The turkey that I'm buying is going to be $10.
We aren't putting stock in Sitchin, we're putting stock in the cuneiform. The source
Yeah,
of
it's fucking Bible canon. Go look up Bible canon and go read the fucking text. Abraham, the father of the Abrahamic religions, was born in the city of Ur, the capital of fucking Sumer. Do we want to debate? Who are the original fucking survivors in the black-headed people? They're the Hebrews. Who are the fucking Hopi out here? The sons of fucking Cain. The original survivors. Hebrews. They're Muslim Hebrews. They're not Native Americans at all. Okay? What the fuck, dude? I've already confronted the native tribes about this. I already know what language I'm speaking. What language are you speaking? And if I met my dad at the door and started calling him Bruce, I'd get a backhand. My father's name is Father, Creator.
Maybe we'll find out one day, Ryan.
Yeah, maybe one day. I don't even think that's a question I need to know the answer to.
Well, I mean, Ryan, he's like, who's the creator? And it's like, well, we hopefully one day we'll find out, yeah.
Please enter your 16-digit card.
Can you do that another room, please?
Well, my heart's pretty light. I got myself a few soul bucks saved up. I put up with shit like your shit too much. I don't need that many soul bucks. I gave you a chance to go look. I'm pretty much done talking to Ron. He never went and looked.
No.
He's still been here. He never went and looked.
Yeah.
Ronnie, look, bag of dicks.
Right.
Sorry, Ronnie, you're putting too much stock in the Bible, and the Bible is just not the end-all be-all. It's just one of many altered texts. Sorry to burst your bubble on that one.
Yeah, go look up Bible canon. Canonized from Bible canon. Go look it up. Go read them. Or shut the fuck up. Because you're talking about somebody's version of a canonized book. You're talking about Sitchin's of fucking his translations are wrong. How do you know King James got it right? Fucktard. If you don't go look at the fucking source. Jesus. Who brought you up and let you out into public with your words? I'd be embarrassed. I seriously, if my child was out there talking in public, like with those words that you're using, I'd be embarrassed.
That's funny, Mickey. The Bible is like the Reader's Digest condensed version.
Yeah, pretty much. Without a context. If you have context, it's a pretty good book. It starts to make sense. But they gave it to us without context. I mean, Jesus was a fucking physicist. Tell me he wasn't. He said the meek will inherit the earth. Took me 30 seconds to figure out what he was talking about as soon as I figured out I had a magnet in my chest. I had been reading those words all my life. Never fucking understood them. Until I was like, oh my God. Meek's a frequency and I'm going to go do that because I've got a magnet in my chest. Go figure. I didn't even know what Mother Earth was at that point. Could I become meek? No.
And I need 1 egg roll and a small white rice. Oh, wait, I'm not done. And then I need the sweet and sour chicken platter with pork fried rice and vegetables. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we heal things. We can co-create by growing our energies, but the creator's the one with the plan. I don't fuck with the plan. Nothing I've ever read fucks with the plan. It rolls within the rules of the plan and the laws of physics. Laws laid down by the creator.
Well, let's jump on to see if anybody else has questions. Yeah, everyone's getting Chinese here. I'm not a fan of it.
Speaking of which,
I have a question.
That's why I put it on the stove where I'll see it.
look at fish, come on. Oh my God! Look at that. Crazy. She done lost her.
Boob if you make them. Just one boob.
Just as excited. What do you want for dinner, kid? No.
So does anybody else have questions? 'Cause I've got to make some brownies soon.
Suppose we can do that, but you're making the mac and cheese, boy. Oh yeah. Axe, just get out of here. Stop your barking at me. Rest of it's up to you, kid. Now, Mr. Homack. Hi, John. Welcome to my kitchen.
Yeah.
there cooking. That boy's gonna starve.
Yeah, I've got to make brownies here. My wife's.
I'm gonna make him do the mac and cheese. Said he wanted fucking cheesy sausages. It's okay, we can do that. You're making the mac and cheese, boy.
Yeah.
Go back. I'm gonna go back, baby.
Well, so far nobody's coming up with any more questions.
No question. Yeah. And I scared him off with my bag of dicks, John. Look, Pollyanna even retracted her message. See how that works? I have a habit of doing that.
Yeah, she asked me to do brownies last night. I'm like, I'll do it today, and well, it's going on 8:15
Make
p.m.
brownies?
Yeah,
Nice.
she's giving
Brownie
me
cooking.
she's giving me the sad face because I'm like, I'm still going here.
Oh, John ain't gonna want no brownies.
Yeah,
Here, kid. I got you some mac and cheese. You got hugs. You got the hugs. She loves the love. No. You got hugs. Excuse me, you two. I gotta get out of the baby's way so he can clean a bowl so he can make us some mac and cheese.
go back and look.
Oh, shit. Yeah, and the Quran's a remake of the Bible. 300 years later, we're 30% of the. There's that Papa look for fucking Costa Rica. It is not Costa Rica. What the fuck is that? It's
Well,
not Chile either.
How far back, Joseph? I only see you're commenting how Iswa looks like an angel twice. I don't see. I've gone back a bit. So go ahead and retype it. I don't see a question. Everyone still hear me okay?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
I know as the streams progress, I tend to move away from the mic. Some.
Bacon.
Well, I guess Ronnie's gonna get angry now. And get put on a 300-second timeout.
Is Ronnie angry?
I have an issue.
The Bible is the writing of the Anunnaki, the writers of the victors of war against us. That's what all the religions are, including Hindu and Buddhism. All of them. Little baby. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? We have seen drastic changes in the seasons. And the plants and the animals.
Yep. I'm back.
Welcome
Did
back,
Why
sir.
did we block?
usually when someone does a message request, I have
Well, hi anyway, Thomas.
no. We aren't saving people. It's up to themselves. Well, Joseph, I'll say we'll find out together. Time zones are man's creation. It's whatever we want it to be.
Which one moves?
Him on his laptop.
That's what the corn looks like from Denver to Dallas. The corn noticed the change in seasons.
Yeah, Rayland 22. It's not the time changing, is they are adjusting time to continue to keep things looking normal. Because if you run a battery operated clock that's not connected to the internet, that you would have to only change by yourself, you'll notice over time it will be different than what your phone or computer will say. Right now I'm at 35 minutes of difference. And it's ahead. 35 minutes ahead of current time. I have one here that it's electrically powered, but my battery operated ones are down in the garage. And they're matching even though it's electric, but it's not connected to the internet still, so it can't be manipulated.
The zodiac is nothing more than indicating who in the house of Enlil or Enki rules over the planet at that point in time. The only reason that should exist.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah, it's 35 minutes over a few months, couple months.
Alright, so my clock says, well, I don't adjust it for time daylight savings. It says 9:50. So and my computer says 8:20 or 8:19. So obviously, I mean, I'm sorry, it means 8:20 on my computer and my clock is reading 8:50.
Spicy.
So there's your time difference.
Well, we only talk about things we can prove spicy. They're easily proven too. Just got to get people to look. You know the story. Looking at the moon, starting to wake people up. This time ain't exactly what time they tell us it is. Because they sure as hell ain't telling us what time it is. Yeah, and as I understand, it was a sign of the fish when Genesis began. According to the cuneiform.
Okay, folks, it's going to be your 15-minute warning. We're at 2 hours and 45 minutes. We're going to go a maximum of 3. So get your questions in.
Nice, Buckeye. They ended up here, I suppose. I don't know what statement you're referring to.
What's up, nephew? He's coming in with his own name, so.
Huh?
Robert. Yeah, Robert, you're going to be a little bit more clear.
They've already run the world government. They set up the world government. Hey, Ronnie, are you aware that you're speaking right now to sitting senators, still seated senators, ex-top investigator, and I stood down because of a plot to see you fucking die? Do you even know who you're fucking talking to, dude? You want to start talking about government? Would you like to? I've already proven all that shit, too.
Person in chat.
There's nobody coming to save you or me, Ronnie. I never said there was. Matter of fact, I said the person that's waiting on somebody to fucking save him is gonna fucking die. Waiting.
No.
See, that just tells me you don't even know the first fucking thing about what I've found, dude. And what I'm saying. You're just out there talking. You're just talking and talking, and none of it's making any fucking sense. Guess what, Ronnie? Is it dark wherever you're at? If so, you should shut your fucking mouth and go outside and look behind us right now and up to the north and tell me how close that fucking planet is. What do I have to fucking say? You're looking at little distant points in light. I'm looking at shit that's as big as us right next to us. Inside lunar fucking distance. And you're sitting here just talking and talking. Because you've never looked. Your mouth is always running. I gave you a link twice and you never fucking looked. I'm not sure what it is, Sandy. I'm beginning to wonder. I offer money to prove me wrong. You think I'm so fucking wrong? Go look at what I've got and bring it back, but prove me wrong. We got 4 poles, memory. And Mama's good at being a planet. What's up, Tekla?
Hey, Tekla.
Valerie, your GPS is going to be fucked up. You are not hooked up to the new Starlink. That Starlink
Ben?
is for military
It's fine.
use only. that is an improved GPS. Your GPS is fucked. Get used to it. That's why they put up Starlink. Yeah, they're in this. Well, not real high in the sky. Talking about mountains in your way, you should probably climb the mountain and look to the north. If you've got a clear view of your north, you're going to see this shit. It's up off the horizon, you bet. But it's not really high in the sky. It's in the north. It's where Polaris should be all night, pretty much.
Redland
That's
20.
why it's tilted.
Redland's got a question. So when you first came upon this reality we live in, for you both, who did you feel comfortable most with sharing? Personally, I mean,
John. I ran to John. John and I were working on this mutually because of the hieroglyph, basically, when I discovered what the truth was. We had been working on it together for quite some time. Shared it with my son. And then I put it on video. I was like, look. I share it to everybody because that's the kind of information that you have to share. Like I said, look, we've watched it fail. People trying to make money off of their ideas. Man, that is not where I went with this. I put out working models for engines, tractors, electric generating plants, how planets do stuff. I mean, I started just putting out working models to everything to fit into this whole glove picture. And now everybody has it. They can't suppress this kind of information now. Because I didn't go to like JP fucking Morgan and say, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z. I brought everything that I could fucking possibly imagine to you and be like, you go do it. You go do it. Bring this to somebody that can do this. I expect you to change the world, not me. I just brought the information. And as long as that shit just sits there, it's just gonna sit
we aren't putting stock in all of those old texts. It was just a source of information, just like everything else.
I've been to 350 Native American tribes, and I've been speaking with Masonic people, yeah. I've been speaking on both sides of the family, Ronnie. I've been bringing tribes together and doing all sorts of work this last year.
Well, Joseph, everything is governed by electromagnetics, so you're going to see a lot of things that look the same. You know, from molecular to the galactic, and everything we see on Earth is governed by electromagnetics. So the things we see in space, we'll see right here on our very planet. You know, in trees or plants or grass or flowers. It's all the same.
And 90% of them lodges are bars. They're glorified fucking bars.
Are you hungry?
That's 90% of the lodges that I've found. There's two that I know of here in Colorado that are even worth knocking on the door of.
didn't see one from you, Tekla. Saw a map of Milan and my location. But coordinates and time zones are all man-made.
So what? I'm looking at a Merkaba. I'm looking at Hebrew shit. This is out of the Aramaic and Hebrew language. This is like the fourth fucking language. What are you talking about? Cuneiform. This isn't cuneiform. You're reading Hebrew. You're reading Hebrew, dude. See, look, Ronnie, I just did more for you than you've done for me this entire conversation. I went and looked up what you're talking about and what you're referring to, and it took me about 30 seconds to understand that you're looking at a third generation story at best. Fuck off, man. I'm sick of fucking talking, Ronnie.
Yeah, coordinates and time zones and all that, it's all man-made, so it
I've
can be
already
altered
gone
however
over
it wants,
the
however we
too,
want it to be.
by the way. Uh-oh. Tekla, I didn't see your question either. Hang on.
Well, it's from so I had Tekla said so I had a dream. I saw a map of Milan and my location had moved there. I mean Sweden, where I am at changed to be the coordinates of Milan. The year was 2030. Is this possible?
Well, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, we're going through some major earth changes during this. It's possible. This is a little bit bigger than man, Tekla. This is creation at work. Creation's clock.
All right, a minute and a half left.
Well, we lost our amnesia now, Spicy, and it's covered pretty extensively. Science of consciousness, geometry, and it captured the perversion of the cuneiform. Have you ever read Jeremiah 8:8? I refer you to that. And then that's what I think of your book. And apparently that's what Jeremiah thinks of it too.
Yeah, Robert, you didn't clarify your question so we could answer it. We talk about they a lot, so you're talking about GovCo or the Anunnaki or
Yeah, that's what
many
I said.
other
I'm not
things.
sure who they are, but I'm gonna assume it's the Anunnaki. Because that's who I usually say is they. The they.
Yeah, but I'll see you at Christmas, bud. Go out and check out the moon. See for yourself.
Ronnie, suck a big, fat, ugly bag of dicks. I'm not gonna look at shit. All right. you're looking at fucking Hebrew and Torah bullshit. That is direct, directly out of the fucking cuneiform, dude. I've already, it, seriously, suck a big dick. I'm not looking at shit. You won't look at shit. You won't look at shit. You've been in here fucking talking the whole time. I gave you raw maps twice, and you still sat here and fucking talked. You can suck a bag of dicks.
All right, so our time is up. But Robert, who's throwing off time? Well, the cell phone providers, or maybe the U.S. Naval Observatory where the atomic clock is. They're not changing that clock, but whoever controls our clocks is changing our time.
That they.
Yeah.
That they. There's a lot of theys out here today. That they, yeah. Well, they got that on the atomic clock, and they regulate all electronic clocks that are on that signal online with that same clock. But if you have one that's a digital clock that's not regulated by that, you can definitely get the differentiation going on that John's been getting going on. I've seen the same thing myself.
All right, so that's it, everybody. Thank you for all the kind comments, and Eric and I will continue to do what we're doing, and are happy to do it. But you guys, it's up to you all to get the information out. We're doing our part. It's up to you to do your part. And it's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. It will be great stress involved and ridicule, but that's just the way. That's life, unfortunately. So
that's why I made them videos, so that takes the crazy off of you and puts it on me. I got cash guaranteed $1,000 looking for this fucking link. You know, I mean, I don't know what else I can do for y'all folks. You got to go look at what I put down. That's all. That's all I got.
All right. So again, thank you all for showing up and commenting and asking questions, and we'll see you all in 6 months when we do it again.